Hi, I'm Claude Larson, and I'm coming to you from my workspace where I do a lot of my work for my art business. And for any of you who have been following me for a while, you'll notice that I tend to work on art in a series. And sometimes I know what that series is going to be about before I get started, but more often than not, the reason I am making it reveals itself in the work. And this most recent series that I'm about to, put up on my website and have out there for people to see, actually started in fifth grade. So as a fifth grader, the busing routes had changed in our town, and I ended up going to a different elementary school where I didn't know anybody. Um, and you're in that sort of awkward, like you're 10 years old maybe, and you just want to have some friends when you get there. And I have an unusual name, Claude. That was my first name. And so one of my classmates took it upon himself to tease me mercilessly and get the entire class to like call me a nickname, and it was just awful to be honest. And I had really sort of forgotten about that. And also in that year, the teacher had given us an assignment. We had to write an article, and she was going to put out a little class newspaper. And um, kids wrote about their favorite football team, about their dog, about their hobbies, their family. Everybody wrote like little articles. And mine was very short. Maybe it was a paragraph, but I remember distinctly handing her my piece for this newspaper. And it was really just all about how we should just be nicer to each other. And that was coming from a 10-year-old who was having a hard time in a new school, being teased, all of those things. And it was just about like, we could all just be a little nicer, like, everybody would be happier. And I'll never forget the look on her face was like, you want to put this in like, you want this to be in the newspaper? And I was like, yeah, like we could write about anything. You said any topic. This is what I want. And, you know, to her credit, she did not turn me around to my desk and say, go write something else. She put it in there on the bottom corner on one of the last pages in this little, booklet that she had made. And I was very happy to see it. Like, I was very proud that I put that in there. 10 years old, that's how I felt. And looking back on it, I think the funny thing is, every kid in that class, they didn't read that newspaper cover to cover. They read their own article. That's all they read. They wanted to see their name in print. They wanted to see what they wrote. I was happy to see what I wrote. I remember nothing else from this assignment when I was a little kid. But it was important to me then. And the series that I've made now, I think, is rooted in that feeling. If we could all just be nicer, if we could all look out for each other, if we could all protect each other instead of pick on each other or be mean or whatever. And it was normal kid stuff. It was normal kid stuff. But when I look around, sometimes I realize that um, some people still need to learn that lesson. They could be adults, they could be kids, they could be somewhere in between. It doesn't matter. But this series, I named it Sentinels, and Sentinels are like guards who watch over and protect people to keep them safe. And I feel like that is something we all need. We all need like the forces of the universe, the guardian angels, the higher powers. We need that to support us. And I don't think that anybody is exempt from needing this, nor should anybody be exempt from having this. I believed it when I was 10. I believe it now. And so the next few images that you're going to see coming up are my sentinels, my watchful protectors for all of you, for the earth, for the animals, for the humans, for the trees, for all of it. I think we all could use just a little support. So here they are. They're coming up. Some are art quilts and some are collage. So I mixed them all in there for you. And I noticed that the series that I am most happy to walk into the studio and see are the ones that have come from inside me. It wasn't an outside idea that somebody else gave me. It was something that's been growing inside me sometimes for a very long time. So for almost 50 years, this idea has been inside of me, and now I'm just super happy making these little guardian angels. Um, you'll see. Okay, thanks for being here. Have a wonderful day.